The following is a presentation of Lions Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lions Heart Media is strictly prohibited. White looks to throw. He wants Boyd deep. Help over the top. Boyd adjusts. 1,000 and a score. Wilson drives in. She scores. Jensen, Grayson, give and go. Jensen elevates and she slams it down again. Arlo, top of the box, a drive, and he fires it in. As Concannon hammers the back line. Striplings fires it up. Spencer in space. Just got it. Touchdown, Sarah Catholic. Blocks quick out to Martin. Breaks the tackle. Martin cuts far side. There goes Quinton. See you later. One play. Touchdown, Leopards. Quinton Martin for 6 from 36. It's the start of section play as WPIAL section baseball underway here this afternoon on a windy Monday from Perryopolis as it's the 3-0, maybe a surprise 3-0 Frazier Commodores taking on the Bentworth Bearcats in their first game of the season here as the Bentworth Bearcats meet the Commodores section foes. Bentworth riding a 3-game winning streak against the Frazier Commodores as the Doors looking to find a way to 4-0 on the season. As Frazier, it has been quite some time since they have been off to a start of this kind of standard as Frazier, under first-year head coach Rob Dorkin, has got the job done thus far this season. Knocked off Washington in their season opener 20-7. Frazier was victorious in that one against the Washington Leto Prexies. And then the Commodores, they moved and turned their attention to the Southmoreland Scotties. Result much of the same. The Frazier Commodores, a double-digit run-producing game as they were able to score 11 times in an 11-1 victory over the Southmoreland Scotties. And then against Mapletown on the 21st, a 14-4 victory for the Commodores, who are now 3-0 to start the season. For the first time since 2009, the Commodores have started 3-0. Back in 09, they beat Monessen 12-0, Southmoreland 13-3, and Mapletown 13-0. As Frazier trying to get to 4-0 here this afternoon. Easier said than done against the Bentworth Bearcats, coming off a down season, but a lot of excitement just like Frazier had coming into this year. As the Bentworth Bearcats, they have won the last 3 meetings against the Commodores. Rob Dorkin, though, talked to him earlier today, said, you know, for the 3-0 start, it's easy that the boys are putting in the work. You know, I keep hearing people say we haven't played anyone yet, but if you look back to last year, Washington beat us 15-0, Mapletown 10-run us. Scoring 45 runs in 3 games is pretty impressive no matter who you play, but the season is early, so we're going to take it one game at a time, and it starts one game at a time here this afternoon in section play for the Frazier Commodores, as this is where the games matter. You got to be successful in section play if you want to make your way into the WPIAL postseason. Frazier scored double-digit runs just once a season ago, and that was in a 15-0 win versus the Monessen Greyhounds. This year, they've started the season with 3 double-digit run scoring performances. The Doors scored 61 total runs last year. Take out the Monessen game, they scored 46 runs in 16 games. Frazier in 3 games this year has put up 45 runs. As the Commodores, they will turn Aiden Hardy to the hill here this afternoon. Frazier scoring 15 runs per game, 4 runs against, as they will face Lucas Burt on the other side. Multi-sport standout for the Bentworth Bearcats. This is a Bentworth team coming off a 5-win season, a very youthful team, but it's a team that is expected, just like Frazier, to be able to do some damage. Obviously, Burgettstown, they are the favorites. They went to the semifinals last year in 2A, where they lost to the Sarah Catholic Eagles, who would eventually lose to Seton LaSalle. But this is a very good and very lethal conference. We get Fort Cherry in there, Burgettstown, obviously, and then Frazier, Best Center, Shar, Houston, to name a few of the others. As Bentworth looking to ring it up to 4 in a row, against the Commodores. They are 14-4 against Frazier since 2010 under Coach Billy Matosh in his 3rd year at the helm of the Bearcats, 23rd year overall on the diamond, as the Bentworth Bearcats starting their season. And Coach Matosh saying there's a ton of energy for this squad. Off-season practices have been well attended, and even though the kids played other sports year-round, they're still committed and dedicated to this baseball program that has made the playoffs 12 times since 2004. 6 of the last 9 seasons, this squad has made the playoffs as well. Last playoff appearance back in the 2023 season when they lost to Southside 8-3. They haven't won a playoff game since 2012, and they beat Vicention in the 1A quarterfinals 10-0. Lost in the semis to Cal 2-1, then lost to Osh in the 3rd place game 4-2. They made 3 straight quarterfinals dating back from 2010 to 2012, and this team hasn't had a double-digit win season since the 2022 season. Only 3 seniors on the roster, a very young, youthful Bentworth squad who will face the senior Aiden Hardy here on the bump this afternoon. The Commodore ace this season is Aiden Hardy for Frazier, as he will get the start here in the first of 2 between the Bearcats and the Commodores. They're scheduled to play again tomorrow, as Aiden Hardy will face this lineup for the Bentworth Bearcats this afternoon. It's going to be Ben Hayes, the junior shortstop, leading off. Batting second, freshman backstop Jacob Kavanaugh. In the 3-0, it's the junior center fielder Sam Wade. Batting cleanup and doing the pitching, senior Lucas Burke. Ty Watson, the sophomore second baseman, he bats in the 5-0 with Zeke Malinowski. Batting next, the junior will play first base. In the 6-0, batting 7th, Ross Skirvitz, the senior third baseman, as Clint Havanis, the freshman right fielder, will bat 8th, and batting 9th will be Cam Krejci, the junior, out and left field for the Bentworth Bearcats, who will go against Aiden Hardy. Frazier looking to ring it up to 4-0 to start the young season. And again, as Coach Dorkin said here in his first season at the helm of the Commodores, we take it 1 game at a time. Again, 45 runs already this season for the Frazier Commodores. They scored 61 all of last season, and 15 of those 61 runs came in 1 game against the Monessen Greyhounds. So this is an offense that's been a lot better this year for the Commodores, as Frazier, a lot of young talent, but a lot of returning starters as well. Frazier returned 7 starters, including their kind of all-around player starting at shortstop, Dalen McManus. Brant Alexson saw a lot of time as a freshman. He'll be on the hill at times this season for the Commodores, obviously. Then you have Brady Seacrest, who has a lot of varsity experience, whether it be on the gridiron now or the baseball field. But Frazier, their offense has worked well this season. Pitching has been just as good, giving up just 4 runs a game, as Frazier and Bentworth meet for the first of 2 here this season, as they will be back in action tomorrow. 14-4. Bentworth is against Frazier since the 2010 season. Last Frazier victory goes back on April 3rd, 2023. It was a 5-2 victory here at home for the Frazier Commodores. They are hoping to break that 3-game Bentworth Bearcat winning streak. As we get set to get underway, it's the right-hander. It's Aiden Hardy getting set to go for the Frazier Commodores. Another multi-sport athlete at Frazier, Aiden. A senior, the right-hander, golfer, basketball player, and had the privilege last year, obviously cover all Mon Valley schools, but had the privilege last year getting to travel down with this Frazier Commodore team down to Florida, and just a fun little tidbit, fun little story. We were in Disney, obviously, for the spring trip, and I was with Aiden Hardy. Noah Varga is now a sophomore on this team, and we were in Mexico and Epcot. First thing we tried to go on was the boat ride with the birds, and next thing you know, we're stuck in the middle of a Mayan pyramid on a boat and having a good time. But Aiden Hardy, great young individual. I've had the privilege to get to know him over the past few seasons, as I have with a number of these Mon Valley athletes, and Hardy here in his senior season in what is going to be a windy afternoon. 32-mile-an-hour wind gust during warm-ups, and I don't see that kind of going away. As we mentioned, we'll look at the starting lineup again. Junior Ben Hayes, the shortstop, will lead things off. Jacob Kavanaugh, he bats second, the freshman catcher. Sam Wade, the junior, will be in center field. He bats third. Lucas Burt, the cleanup spot for the senior pitcher. Ty Watson will follow. Then Zeke Malinowski, along with Ross Skurbitz, Clint Havanas, and Cam Krejci for the Bearcats from Bentworth against the right-hander Aiden Hardy for the Frazier Commodores here this afternoon, as Frazier Senior will look to get them 1-0 in section play. I went back as far as I could go and was unable to find this, but Frazier has not started 4-0 since at least 2007. I don't know when the last time they were a 4-0 starter, if that has actually ever happened for Frazier. Sure, at one point in their tenure it has, but it's been since 2009 since Frazier has been able to start 3-0. They probably would have started 4-0 that year back in 2009. They were supposed to play best center in their fourth game of the year. That game got postponed. Ended up losing their fourth game, then beating best center in the makeup game by about 6 runs. So they probably would have went 4-0 that season, but that was unable to be the case. As digging in, Ben Hayes against the right-hander Aiden Hardy. Hardy gets the sign from Ty Morrison into the wind, and first pitch 431, outside, ball 1. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do balls and strikes here again. Windy and not necessarily the easiest to cooperate. 431 first pitch here from Harriopolis. As Hardy into the wind, the 1-0 in there, and Hardy evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of inning number 1. Aiden Hardy, the senior right-hander. Gets the sign from Ty Morrison. Long look in the line, the pitch home by Aiden Hardy. In the air right side, that one dropping, hits down in front of Cernuska. Quickly fires one back in, and it's a leadoff base knock for the Bentworth Bearcats, as Bentworth in business early on. So leadoff single, that's gonna bring up Jacob Kavanaugh, the freshman. So leadoff single, Ben Hayes out at first. Aiden Hardy checks back at the runner. Hayes, throw over, slides back in safely under the tag of Tyler Monack. Seacrest in left, Fulmer in center with Cernuska out and right. It's Allison McManus, Solomon Monack around the diamond with Hardy pitching and Ty Morrison catching. Pitch by Hardy, that one misses upstairs, top of the zone. Snap throw not in time, as Ben Hayes will slide back in safely. Hayes at first, opposite field, leadoff base knock for Ben Hayes. And Frazier, it's the offense that's kind of been the story of the season. As coming into the year, they thought Hardy was going to be good on the hill. Not sure what they had after Aiden, really coming at least into the year on the bump for the Commodores. But the offense, they've hit this season, and that's the biggest shocker. 45 runs for Frazier's offense, but their defense trying to keep the Bearcats off the board here in the first. 1-1 by Hardy. Hayes goes 1-2, throw down by Morrison, not in time. And Ben Hayes swipes second, so a runner in scoring position with nobody out for the Bentworth Bearcats here in the top of the first. 1 on, nobody out. Aiden Hardy up in the count. The senior right-hander will dink back in. Long look in. Morrison puts the sign down. Hardy checks back at Hayes. Pitch comes home outside. And count evens up at 2-2 on the right-handed hitting freshman catcher Jacob Kavanaugh. Sam Wade, the junior, on deck as Aiden Hardy looking to get out number 1 here in inning number 1. Hardy set at the belt. Checks back at Hayes. 2-2 by Hardy, swing and a miss. And Aiden Hardy gets the punch out there. Strikeout number 1 for Aiden Hardy in Now that will bring up the junior center fielder, Sam Wade, 1 out, runner in scoring position. As Wade digs in, Hardy trying to work out of that early leadoff single, then stolen base. Pitch by Aiden Hardy, upstairs, ball 1, as Hardy misses up out of the zone. 1 on, 1 out, 1-0 count on Sam Wade. Lucas Burt on deck, the ever dangerous senior. Hardy checks back at second. 1-0 by Hardy, that one misses, gets to the backstop, there goes Hayes, and Hayes into third base off the wild pitch, so a runner just 90 feet away. And right now, Bentworth in business early on here in the first. Single, stolen base with a strikeout in between and a wild pitch to boot. Sam Wade, 2-0 count. 1 out, 1 on. Aiden Hardy's 2-0, swing and a miss. No time like the present for strikeout number 2 if you're Aiden Hardy. And 30-plus mile-an-hour winds here this afternoon. And field looks in pristine condition. 2-1, right back to Hardy. Watches the runner back to third. They got Hayes in a rundown. Alexson, now Morrison. Morrison puts the tag on him. Going to second will be Wade, but what a play by Aiden Hardy. It's a fielder's choice, and the Commodores a huge out number 2 as the retirement of Ben Hayes goes 1-5-2, and it's a fielder's choice allowing Sam Wade to reach second, but Aiden Hardy, the comebacker, and able to retire Hayes on the base path for a monumental out number 2. Runner at second is Sam Wade for Lucas Burt. The senior pitcher this afternoon can help his own cause. Runner in scoring position, 2 away. As Aiden Hardy checks back, comes home with it, ball 1. Aiden Hardy has not got ahead of a hitter yet this afternoon. But the senior has kept it even. 1 on, 2 out. Hardy comes set at the belt. Aiden pitch, breaking ball over top of that goes Lucas Burt, and it's a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, 1 on. Changed this season as well for the Commodores. First time in really what Coach Dorkin said feels like, as long as he could remember, that the Doors have a pitching coach this year. As Coach Judy in charge of that, and now 1-2 as that one skied up over the backstop. And up in the count now on Burt is Aiden Hardy. Struck out 1 already here in the top of the first. Runner at second, 2 away. Leadoff single, stolen base, wild pitch. Strikeout by Hardy in between the stolen base and wild pitch. Then a fielder's choice that went 1-5-2 as Burt in the air right side. Sarnuska pedals over towards the line. Gloved a ball, and Aiden Hardy works out of a leadoff single. And the Commodores set them down without a run coming to cross. As we've played 1/2 inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. And 1 left aboard. Your score after 1/2 inning, the Bentworth Bearcats nothing. The Frazier Commodores coming to bat here on MVI Live as we will take a look at the Commodores starting lineup. Again, this will be easier said than done, trying to flip a piece of paper this afternoon. As we will take a look at the Commodore starting lineup, they will go up against the senior Lucas Burt on the bump for Bentworth. As again, give me a second, then I will flip to my Commodore offensive lineup once the wind decides to settle down and won't rip my paper in half. So Frazier, under the direction of first-year head coach Rob Dorkin, has his Frazier Commodores to 3-0 for the first time since 2009. Looking to get to 4-0. Lucas Burt on the bump. Chase Fulmer out in center field. He will lead things off. The junior bats first in the 2-hole. It's the senior shortstop, Dalen McManus, batting third. Junior catcher, Tyler Morrison, Cleanup spot belongs to the senior first baseman Tyler Monach. Aiden Hardy, the senior pitcher, he bats fifth in the 6 hole. It's the sophomore Brant Alexson. Noah Baczynski, the junior DH, he will bat in the 7th hole in replace of right fielder Eli Cernuska. Batting 8th, Logan Solomon, the freshman second baseman. And batting 9th, the sophomore left fielder Brady Sechrist. It's Fulmer, McManus, Morrison, Monach, Hardy, Alexson, Baczynski, Solomon, and Sechrist in the batting order. Cernuska is the man being flexed out here this afternoon for Coach Rob Dorkin, looking to get the Doors to 4-0 and 1-0 in section play. Again, these two squads, all weather permitting, which tomorrow a little colder. I think maybe should be just as good of a day for some baseball. We're scheduled to be down at Elizabeth Forward tomorrow for the Rams and the Warriors. Actually, were originally scheduled to do that game today, but decided, let's come to Perryopolis ball fields and take a look at one of the most surprising starts in the WPIL, a team that won just 4 games a season ago, who started 3-0 this year against the Bentworth Bearcats, a Mon Valley rival. So that's indeed what we are doing here. Lucas Burt, the senior right-hander, just a standout athlete as Lucas Burt. Whatever we've seen him play over the years, on the hardwood at times, Burt's just been fantastic for the Bentworth Bearcats, and he will look to do that again today. As the Commodores' Chase Fulmer will lead things off, and we talked about this offense. 15 runs per game through 3 games this year. And again, people have told Coach Dorkin, you haven't really played anybody. But again, Coach Dorkin's point to me was, doesn't matter. We had to play them no matter what. They're on the schedule. Just because they may not be the best of competition, scoring 45 runs in 3 games is quite impressive. As Lucas Burke comes home, bounces ball 1 as that one gets to the backstop, and Chase Fulmer works ahead. Man, Frazier scored all of 61 runs last year. 46 of the 61 came in 16 games. 15 of the other runs, or all 15 other runs, came in 1 contest. As Fulmer goes fishing, no bite, 1-1. As Lucas Burt gets him to chase down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody on, nobody out, bottom of the 1st inning. Scoreless game between the Bearcats and the Commodores as Aiden Hardy was able to strand a leadoff single. Into the line, the 1-1. Fulmer pops it up and out. 1-2 now as Lucas Burt works ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out. Take a look at the defensive alignment here in a minute as Lucas Burt comes set. Shakes off the first, now likes the second. Into the line, the 1-2 by Lucas Burt, the right-hander, bounces another. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Commodore leadoff hitter, center fielder Chase Fulmer. 2-2 count on Fulmer. Lucas Burt into the line, 2-2 offering to Fulmer. Upstairs off the glove of the catcher. Kavanaugh to the backstop, and it's a full count to start. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out. Scoreless game here, home half of inning number 1. Leadoff single by Hayes was retired on a 1-5-2 fielder's choice in the bottom half of inning number 1. Into the line, payoff pitch by Lucas Burt, bounces, and it's a leadoff free pass as the Commodores get their first base runner of the afternoon. So the leadoff man aboard on both sides as the heavy wind gusts continue here from Perryopolis, as it will be the number 2 hole hitter, the senior shortstop, 3-sport athlete Dalen McManus. Basketball, football, baseball, McManus. Runner at first and nobody out against Burt. Burt into the stretch, comes home. McManus shows bunt. That gets away to the backstop. There goes Fulmer into second on the wild pitch. See if Coach Dorkin keeps the bunt on. With a runner at second base and nobody out, Commodores, do they continue to try to play some small ball here? 1-0 count on McManus. Runner in scoring position for the Commodores. Script very similar to the top half of the first. Can Burt match Hardy and work out of the early jam? McManus swings away. Little looper right side, and that one drops down. It's going to be an E4 out on the right side of the diamond. So runners at first and second with nobody out for the Commodores. Malinowski, he's over at the first base bag. At second, it's going to be Ty Watson. Hayes over at short with Skirvitz at third. Burt pitching, Kavanaugh catching. Krejci, Wade, and Havanis left to right in the outfield. As Burt comes home with it inside, almost getting a piece of Ty Morrison. 1-0 count here. Ty Morrison has Fulmer at second. McManus at first without the luxury of a hit. That one misses as well, so Burt already getting his pitch count a little higher than he would like, and I know that was something they were talking about in the pregame to Lucas. Efficient early on, don't get yourself into trouble. Well, an early walk, now an error, bases with a couple of Commodores on and nobody out, and a 2-0 count on Tyler Morrison. Throw back, McManus in safely without a tag standing. A windy Monday to start section play. Frazier looking to go to 4-0. 2 on, nobody out for the Commodores here in the bottom of the first after a scoreless top half. Morrison awaits Lucas Burt down on the count once again. Lucas comes home, Morrison in the air, little looper right side. That one drops down as the Commodores will bring Fulmer in to score. It's a single by Morrison and it's 1-0 Frazier here in the first. First hit of the game for the Commodores brings home the first run. An RBI opposite field, blooping single by Tyler Morrison as Chase Fulmer strikes first for Frazier. Dalen McManus now at second, RBI single by Morrison. Walk, error, single, and the Commodores lead it 1-0, 2 on, nobody out for the cleanup man, Tyler Monach. First pitch, Monach takes strike one. Lucas Burt, first time he's got a first pitch strike here this afternoon. McManus reached on the E4, opposite field, RBI single by Morrison. The offense continues to roll for Frazier here this season. First inning run, that one misses to Monach as Tyler Monach works it even, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 in, nobody out still. Aiden Hardy on deck. Monach trying to keep the line moving, already 1-0 Frazier on top here of the Bentworth Bearcats. Lucas Burt gets a sign of his liking, looks back over at first, that's where Morrison stands. Throw back as almost gets away from Ben Hayes. Hayes did a good job keeping that in the infield and keeping the speedy senior Dalen McManus at bay. And field in absolute pristine condition. Talking to Coach Dorkin about that, he said, what they decided to do in the offseason with this field and who they brought in to fix it has been brilliant. And he said if it wasn't for that kind of instance, this would be unplayable this year so far, and they wouldn't have had a home game, let alone already on their 3rd home game of the season. Said the same people that worked on Beaver Stadium came in and worked on this field. And it looks absolutely fantastic as Monach takes that one, misses, and Tyler Monach now up 3-1 on the count. Already 2 on and nobody out. One has already touched home for Frazier. And Bergenstown, the clear-cut number 1. Fort Cherry, a lot of people thinks number 2 in the conference, but the middle of this section kind of wide open as the count fills up now on Tyler Monach. Question is, with nobody out and a speedy McManus leading the way out at second base, if you're Coach Dorkin, you put order in motion on the 3-2 count. Wreak some havoc on the base path, that's the question. 2 on, 1 in, nobody out. Runners don't go, and a swing and a miss as Burt battles back from 3-1 to earn the strikeout for out number 1. Runners stay at bay, and Aiden Hardy can help his own cause here in the home half of the first. That's the sign from Coach Dorkin, first-year head coach, 16 years inside the Frazier baseball ranks, whether it be middle school, high school assistant. Coach Rob Dorkin's been with a lot of these guys as they've been coming up through the program. A dancing game out at second by Dalen McManus, trying to distract Burt. Finally time called as Burt never turned his eyes off of Dalen McManus out at second. He reached on an E4. And it was a Morrison single to get the Commodores on the board. They lead it 1-0 after Aiden Hardy was able to work out of a leadoff single in the top half. Now Hardy can help his own cause. Shows bunt. Aiden jabs at it. Fair ball drops dead and throw is wide as Aiden Hardy reaches on an air. There comes McManus rounding as well. Here's Morrison. Hardy will go to third. Aiden not stopping there. Aiden rounding third all the way in. Frazier up 4-0 in the first. All off an error. The true Little League homer. And the Commodores play 3 more as Hardy comes all the way around to score. And it will be an empty base path for Brant Alexson. So a sac bunt will be awarded to Aiden Hardy. He reaches on the E1 as well. He comes all the way around to score. Also scoring on the process, run number 2 was Dalen McManus. Run number 3 was Ty Morrison. And run number 4, Aiden Hardy, as they all move around on that E1, allowing Frazier to lead it 4-0. And Frazier scored double-digit runs once last season. They've scored double-digit runs in every game so far this year, and a 4 spot in the first against the Bentworth Bearcats. They've done it with just 1 hit. A true Little League homer for Aiden Hardy. That ball dropped dead right in the path from the mound to the plate as Alexson takes strike 1 there. Base is empty for Brant Alexson, but the Frazier Commodores have plated 4 here in the first. Burt comes home. Alexson takes again. Brant, multi-sport athlete as well. Basketball player, hockey player for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors as well. As the lefty digs in, we'll also see time on the bump this year as Alexson lines one out to center. And Brant Alexson starts it right back up. A 1-out single by Brant Alexson, and the offense continues for the Commodores. Frazier up 4-0, and now a single by Alexson. And that will bring Noah Baczynski, the junior designated hitter, up to the dish. Baczynski batting for Eli Cernuska, the junior right fielder. Alexson switching numbers to 13 this year. That was his brother Brock's number last year for the Commodores. Brock, starting pitcher and first baseman for Frazier, now at Pitt for his academic career. Baczynski batting for Cernuska as the designated hitter here this afternoon. Alexson at first, 1 away, 4 in. Lucas Burt will step off, as I mentioned at the beginning of this one. Upwards of 32-mile-an-hour wind gust here this afternoon, and it doesn't look like it's gonna go away anytime soon. Burt comes home. That one bounces. Wild pitch. There goes Brant Alexson into scoring position. So the Commodores continue to take advantage of what's in front of them. And that's something, you know, I was saying earlier too. Coach Dorkin said a lot of people were telling him, hey, you haven't played anybody yet. You haven't played anybody yet. Again, do you take advantage of the opportunity that's put in front of you? Foul ball there by Baczynski, and that's right now what the Commodores have done. They took advantage of Wash High, who's a little down on their luck this year. They took advantage of Southmoreland and Mapletown. And now Bentworth, who struggled here today with a walk, a couple of errors, just giving up 2 hits in this game. But the Frazier Commodore offense has taken advantage as Lucas Burt catches Baczynski napping. 2 down, runner in scoring position, 4 runs in for Frazier as Baczynski strikes out looking. Burt is fanned up here in the first. Logan Solomon, the freshman. Has Alexson out at second. Solomon takes low, ball 1. 4-0 Commodores out in front here on MVI Live. First, Frazier looking to extend their winning streak to 4 to start the year. First time since 2009 the Doors have started 3-0. Alexson would represent run number 50 on the season. Gets away, and Alexson now 90 feet away as Brandt down at third base. 2-0 count here. Brandt Alexson 90 feet away. Can Solomon bring him in and make it a 5-0 Frazier advantage? Pitch comes home. That one skied up over top, out of play. 2-1 now on Logan Solomon, the freshman. Wind gust picked back up here from the Perryopolis Baseball Complex. 1 on, 2 down, 4 in, home half of the fourth. Lucas Burke comes set. Checks over at Alexson, now steps off as a hefty wind gust blows by. Burt long look in at Kavanaugh, the freshman. Burt comes home with a breaking ball, ducking down out of the way. 3-1 now on the number 8 hitter, Logan Solomon. Brady Sechrist, the sophomore, on deck. Sechrist, starting quarterback for the Commodores as well. A little jam shot, hot corner. Skurbitz hauls it in on a little L5, but the Frazier Commodores plate 4. Couple of hits, couple of errors, 1 left stranded, 1 chapter in the books, and it's the Commodores 4, the Bearcats nothing, right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More.
1 inning in the books. It's 4-0 Frazier. Aiden Hardy back to the bump for the Commodores. Ty Watson, Zeke Malinowski, Ross Skurbitz, the senior, due up in the lineup. That's 5, 6, 7 for the Bentworth Bearcats against the senior right-hander Aiden Hardy, who surrendered a leadoff single to Ben Hayes. Hayes was eventually cut down on a 1-5-2 fielder's choice for out number 2. So after a 4 spot, the Commodores will look to keep it. A 4-0 advantage. Aiden Hardy digs in. Second inning of work for Aiden Hardy. Struck out 1 already. First pitch fired in there, strike 1. As the first error for the Bentworth Bearcats was committed by this man at the dish. Ty Watson now looking to help his own cause and help make up for that as Hardy misses bottom half of the zone. Now 1-1 on Watson. Ty Watson, the sophomore second baseman, awaits the 1-1 by Aiden Hardy. A little jammer back up the middle, going to be a tough play. McManus runs in to the second baseman, Solomon, in and out of the glove. Going to be an E6 and a leadoff base runner in Ty Watson. McManus full shoulder into the second baseman, Solomon. There's the first error of the game on the Commodores. Solomon looked like he had it lined up. McManus, you could see him calling for it, running over, and again, you have to wonder, does the wind kind of play a part into that? So 1 on. Nobody out. Aiden Hardy allowing a base runner to reach here on the air. Solomon does stay in. Hardy misses, ball gets away, not far enough for Watson to go anywhere. Leadoff base runner has been aboard every half inning so far this afternoon. Hardy checks back over at first. Zeke Malinowski, the junior, takes in there 1-1 as Hardy works it even. Ty Watson, the sophomore, on first, reaching on, and he's 6. And glad to see Solomon okay taking the shoulder of McManus. Up high, 2-1 now. And can't be easy for either guy to pitch here in these conditions with this wind whipping, swirling, all the above. Not probably an easy way to throw a baseball. Aiden Hardy comes home with it. That one misses inside as Hardy now falls behind 3-1 as working ahead is the first baseman, Zeke Malinowski. 1 on, nobody out. Frazier leads 4-0. 3-1. Chasing down low out of the zone, fills it up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, or nobody out, 1 on. 4-0 Commodores on top here in the top of the second. Payoff pitch by Hardy and foul tip in and out of the glove. Ty Morrison couldn't get the squeeze to complete the strikeout. So Hardy will have to try his luck once again. Back over at first, that's Ty Watson, the sophomore, second baseman. Frazier plates 4 in the first. Now the Commodores looking to work out of the early inning error. Payoff pitch by Hardy, swing and a miss. And Aiden strikes out his second. So 2 punch outs for Aiden Hardy here thus far. And that's going to bring Ross Skurbitz to the dish as the wind whips once more. So error and a strikeout, 1 on, 1 out for Ross Skurbitz, another multi-sport athlete, basketball player as well for the Bearcats from Bentworth. As Skurbitz awaits the first offering, a little roller out to Monak, slow roller, and Tyler Monak only play is the first. 3 unassisted, retires Skurbitz. Watson into scoring position. 4-0 Frazier leads, 2 outs with 1 on, and it's going to be Clint Havanis, the freshman right fielder, stepping up as the lefty will step in against Aiden Hardy after the slow roller to Tyler Monak. 1 on, 2 out, 4-0 Frazier leads here, top of the second. Aiden Hardy comes home with it as that one's fouled off. Strike 1 as Aiden Hardy gets ahead. Little League home run for Aiden Hardy. Brought home 3 for Frazier in the first of their 4. Pitch to Havanis, that one misses well outside. There goes Watson, 90 feet away now. A wild pitch gets Watson over to third. He's just 90 feet away from the Bentworth Bearcats, cutting the deficit down to 3. One count as Aiden Hardy trying to keep the Bearcats off the board. 1-1, make it 2-1 as Hardy misses up and out. Pitch by Hardy, swing and a miss. 2-2. A PO down, and he did indeed. So Aiden Hardy ends the inning with a strikeout. Aiden struck out 3 through 2, and the Commodores strand another. No runs, no hits, an error, and the Bearcats leave Watson 90 feet away. We've played now 1.5 here on MVI Live. Your score: the Frazier Commodores 4, the Bentworth Bearcats nothing. Home half of inning number 2, as the Commodore offense will head back to work, leading 4-0. A nice little cushion for Aiden Hardy here as we head to the bottom of the second inning for the Frazier Commodore offense. Already 4 runs on the board for Frazier, as Lucas Burt struggled with some command in that opening inning of play. See if he can bounce back for Bentworth against 9-1-2 Seacrest. Fulmer and Dalen McManus all due up here this inning against Lucas Burt. Again, high pitch count already for Lucas Burt after that opening inning. And big thing, if you can get your starter to go as long as possible, Burt, you got to battle back here. That's a big thing if you're Lucas Burt. Got to find a way to battle back here and find a way to put some innings together for Coach Madish. As, again, you guys are playing again tomorrow, and you're going to need as many arms as possible always for, back-to-back games like that. So if you are Burt, you got to find a way to put some solid innings together right here for the Bearcats in the first half of this doubleheader. Again, tomorrow, these two squads, weather permitting, will play again. First pitch, Seacrest takes. So ball 1 on Seacrest. The 1-0 by Burt. Brady swings through it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out here in the second. 4-0 Frazier on top. 1-1 by Burt, trying to drill one through the wind and blows it right by Seacrest. 1-2 count now on Brady Seacrest. Burt back into the line, the 1-2, trying to work out of this inning unscathed. Ground ball out to Hayes. Hayes off the hop, across it goes, and in time. Down goes Seacrest by the smallest of margins, as hustling hard down the line was the Commodore sophomore Seacrest. He goes down 6-3 for out number 1. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second, 4-0 Frazier leads. First pitch, Fulmer, backstop, ball 1. Pitch by Burt to Fulmer. Bounces. Chase holds back. Lucas Burt. And again, we may be just going off the air here in a second. Looks like maybe a storm or some sort of cell gonna pop up and not gonna deal with that with the equipment. So we will possibly be doing that here in a second. So just stay tuned if that does happen. As Lucas Burt comes set up high, Burt looks back over. One on, 1 out, 4-0 Frazier. runner at first, one away. Doors lead 4-0. Burt comes home with it, and once again taking there McManus. As that one finds the zone on Dalen. 2-1 on Dalen McManus, 1 on, 1 out. 4 runners already have touched home. Burt checks back again, pitch home by Burt outside. 3-1 now on McManus. Burt set up high, checks back, Fulmer, pitch comes home, McManus fouls it off, count fills up, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Some pop-up showers in the area, so hopefully stays away from us as McManus earns the free pass. One out, 2 on. Swing and a miss there. Pitch by Burt Morrison, foul tip. Off of Kavanaugh, that will stop things for a brief second. Runners at first and second, it's Fulmer and McManus is Kavanaugh. Laughing it off, hopefully be all right. Two on, 1 out. As that one misses. Double steal, and down goes Fulmer. So runner at first now with 2 away. 4-0, Frazier leads here, bottom of the second. Pitch in, drills Morrison, so Morrison hit by a pitch. Courtesy runner coming for the Commodore catcher. So wearing one there was Ty Morrison. He'll be replaced on the base pass for Frazier by Camden Stokes. Two down, 2 on, 4-0 Frazier here in the bottom of the second. Ty Monack. Chance to increase the Commodore advantage. Two on, 2 down. Burt comes home. Monack takes inside strike as Burt able to paint the inner third there on Tyler Monack. Two on, 2 down. Monack trying to increase the Commodore lead. Lucas Burt trying to keep things at bay. Pitch comes home. That one breaks in as once again Lucas Burt working back. 2 on, 2 down. 4-0 Frazier leads here. McManus out at second, over at first. That's Stokes, the courtesy runner for the catcher. Swing and a miss, and Lucas Burt picks up the punch out to end the inning. No runs. Commodore strand a couple without the luxury of a hit, and we've played 2 full. Your score, the Bentworth Bearcats 0, the Commodores 4, right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Hardy back on the hill to start the third, as Aiden and the Frazier Commodores lead at 4-0 here over the Bentworth Bearcats this afternoon. Frazier hoping to keep it that way this afternoon with a 4-0 advantage. Hardy surrendered a leadoff single, allowed a man to reach on an error where McManus full-on trucked to second baseman Solomon. And weather changing by the second here. We'll see what indeed does happen. So coming towards us, hopefully might stay north for a little bit. Might have another 30 minutes before that becomes an issue. Third inning here. Frazier leads at 4-0, looking to go to 4-0 on the young season. Bentworth be 9-1-2 to up Krejci, Hayes, and Kavanaugh. First AB for Cam Krejci. Double-digit runs in every game for the Commodores this year. They've scored 49 runs on the season, giving up just 4 runs per game. If you get one more and that other trend stays true, if you're Frazier, that would mean a 4-0 start for the Commodores, which, again, as far back as I could go, could not find when the last time that was. Cam Krejci, first pitch by Hardy, ground ball out to short. McManus waits on it. Dalen across with the stretch. They get him as Ty Monack stretches across. Cam Krejci retired on the 6-3 putout. So Krejci goes down to start here in inning number 3. And that's going to turn things over to the Bentworth leadoff hitter Ben Hayes, who's 1 for 1 already. 1 out, nobody on. Strike 1 in. First time the leadoff hitter has not got aboard for Bentworth here this afternoon. Pitch comes home, that one gets away, and the count now evens up on Hayes, 1-1. One out, nobody on. Pitch comes home by Aiden Hardy. Comebacker right to the mound. Hardy, Monac, 2 up, 2 down. As quick work here again by the Commodores' Aiden Hardy. Hardy misses ball 1. 2 outs here in the third. For nothing, Frazier leads. 2 outs, top 3. Hardy comes home with it. Spinner misses by Hardy through the wickets of the catcher Ty Morrison. 2-1 count here on the 2-hole hitter. Jacob Kavanaugh struck out in the first against Hardy with 1 on. And Hardy works it even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two down here in the first. Pitch by Hardy, ground ball, shortstop McManus up with it on to Monac, and 1, 2, 3. Hardy sets them down in order in the third. We'll go to the home half of the third. Frazier leads it 4-0 right here on MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
2.5 in the books. It's 4-0. Frazier on top. A 1-2-3 inning by Aiden Hardy in the third. So Hardy right now in cruise control. Just 1 hit allowed for Aiden Hardy. Hardy 3 ground outs in the top half of inning number 3. As we head to the home half, Aiden Hardy will lead things off for the Commodores. Then it will be Brant Alexson and Noah Baczynski, the junior designated hitter. Again, dealing with possible weather in the area. Looks like it stayed not for the time being on us. Still very concerned about that being a possibility with electronics outside and no cover in sight. So very much concerned, just taking some precautions while we have the opportunity. Aiden Hardy, Little League home run on the first time, bunted, trying to advance both runners, was thrown away to the outfield, and Hardy came all the way around to score. Take strike 1 there as the wind whips around here from Commodore Park. Bert's pitch to Hardy. That one bounces out in front of the plate. As Hardy right back up the right side, and Aiden Hardy, a leadoff base knock. He's aboard for the second time today. First hit of the game for Aiden Hardy. Just the third hit allowed by Lucas Burt. It's a leadoff single by Hardy. He's been on base twice now. Courtesy runner for Aiden Hardy. Again, Hardy will head back and get ready for his fourth inning of work on the mound. So Coach Rob Dorkin going to a courtesy runner for Aiden Hardy. It's going to be Dylan Krakowski, the sophomore. Alexson over at the dish now with Krakowski in first. Brandt 1 for 1 with a single here in this one. Burt checks back over Krakowski. Hardy, a leadoff base knock. As that one misses to Brandt Alexson. One on, nobody out, 4-0. Frazier leads here in the bottom of the third. Lucas Burt comes set up high, pitch comes home, and Alexson slams one off the top of the backstop. And Frazier 3-0 to start the season. Bentworth first game. And you gotta wonder, was that also a kind of big time advantage that the Commodores had here this afternoon? Already playing 3 games before starting section play. As Burt looks back, breaking ball. Alexson lines it back up the middle. Back-to-back singles, and Brandt Alexson is 2 for 2 for the Commodores. Alexson moves Krakowski to second, 2 on. Nobody out for Frazier as they'll turn their attention to Noah Baczynski. Struck out looking. First time through the order for Baczynski against Lucas Burt. So Alexson 2 for 2 now. He's at first. Frazier some insurance out on the base pass here in the third. Noah Baczynski, the DH, batting for Cernuska. Burt checks back at Krakowski, comes home, up high inside, bending back, Baczynski, ball 1. Burt comes home, misses again. Two on, nobody out. Lucas Burt just surrendering 3 hits here in this game now. Make it 4 after the Alexson one. He's giving up 4 runs as well as works back with a strike there on the right-hander, Noah Baczynski. Krakowski running for Hardy out at second. Alexson over at first. Lucas Burt comes set. Burt checks back. Krakowski now comes home. Right side, and car real estate and E-fan, but saved the car in the process. We'll give him an EF. I like to give out the fan air, but also saved a guy's truck. So I'm sure the man in the red truck very pleased there. Pitch home, Baczynski swings right through it. Coach Dorkin saying that's at your forehead. That's a strikeout and out number 1 as Lucas Burt picks up his 4th punch out of the afternoon. Struck out 2 in the first, 1 in the second, now 1 here in the third. 2 on, now 1 away. It's going to be Logan Solomon. A looping liner to Skurbitz, his first trip to the plate. Blocked by Kavanaugh, he can't find it. It comes near side, and the Commodores off the wild pitch. Advance 2 more. So 2 in scoring position now off the wild pitch. Brandt Alexson goes to second. Krakowski moves over to third as the Commodores again taking advantage of what is put in front of them. Now can Solomon capitalize in here? Strike on Solomon. Infield in the middle, playing in. Solomon trying to increase the lead to 5. Pitch comes home. As that one misses Logan Solomon. Burt bringing some heat there, up and in on Logan Solomon. Sun peeking back out, but there is some dark clouds in the vicinity that and look like they might come over top of at least Perryopolis, hopefully not the ball fields, as Solomon fouls it off left side down the third base line as Coach Rob Dorkin the pick up and the throw back to Lucas Burt. Two count, 2 on, 1 out. Frazier looking to make it a 5-0 game here in the third. Burt comes set. Alex and Krakowski on the base path. A pair of singles to start. 3-2 now here on the freshman Solomon. Single by Hardy, single by Alex, and strikeout by Pachinski. As both Krakowski, who's running for Hardy, and Alex advanced on the wild pitch. Seacrest on deck. Infield playing in the middle, up high, and there's ball 4. So the base is full of Commodores here in the third, and Seacrest a chance to break it open. Bases loaded, 1 out. It's the 9-hole hitter, Fulmer on deck. He's reached base twice with a pair of walks. Seacrest, though, looking to keep the line moving. Can the Commodores add on here in the third? Lucas Burt gets a sign of his liking into the line. Pitch home by Lucas Burt. Bounces in the batter's box on the left-hand side. Ball 1 now on Brady Seacrest. Bases loaded. 1 away. 4-0. Frazier leading Bentworth. Pitch comes home by Burt. The 1-0. As Seacrest takes here on the outer third, 2-0. As Brady Seacrest can be very selective here. The sophomore up in the count. Commodores up in the game. 2-0 offering. And now 3-0. And you imagine it's all red for Seacrest. No chance the sophomore's bat will come off his shoulder with the bases loaded and 1 out in a 3-0 count. Wind has died down just a tad. See if Burt can work back the freebie. It's no freebie. And it's a walk, and it's a run, and it's a 5-0 Frazier lead. So an RBI by Seacrest on the walk, bringing home run number 5 of the game for Frazier. They lead it 5-0 here in the third. Conclave at the mound will step aside as Lucas Burt will have the baseball taken away. Bases loaded, 1 out. Fulmer will bat when we come back here on MVI Live.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here.
2 1/3 innings of 4-hit, 4-strikeout baseball. 5 walks issued as well here on this windy afternoon for Lucas Burt. As his day on the bump is done, it is going to be Ty Watson taking over at the pitcher position. He was out at second. We'll see the rest of the changes here for the Bentworth Bearcats as Ty Watson now on the hill with a sticky situation he is inheriting. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1 already in for the Frazier Commodores. And I'll tell you, the one thing the wind has been very good at, it is pushing these darker clouds just by us rather quickly here this afternoon. A little bit of a blue sky and then some more darker clouds. But again, We'll worry about them when they cross our paths, or hopefully don't cross our paths. So other substitution to speak of now playing second is going to be Krejci. So Krejci moves to second. Wade will move to left. And Bert is now going to be pitching or playing center field for Bentworth. So Bert to center, Wade to left, and Krejci to second with Watson taking over on the hill for the Bentworth Bearcats. So their defense looks like this. Wade, Bert, Havanas, left to right in the outfield. Skirbett stays at third. Hayes stays at short. Krejci now at second with Malinowski at first. Watson now pitching to Kavanaugh. So bases full of Commodores, one away. Fulmer at the dish will greet the new arm Watson, who fires in strike number one. Bases loaded, one out, one in. 5-0 Frazier lead. The 0-1 offering by Ty Watson. Evens it up 1-1. Nowhere to put Fulmer. He's walked twice today. Very patient eye at the plate for Fulmer. 1-1. Fulmer takes 2-1 now. Kurkowski touched home. He was the courtesy runner for Aiden Hardy. Alexson, Solomon Seacrest on the base path. 3-1 now. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put Fulmer. 3-1 count. The middle infield playing in again. Does Coach Dorkin in a 3-1 count decide to give Fulmer the green light? Already drawn 2 walks today. No need. That one misses as well. Another run walked in. And it's a 6-0 Commodore advantage here in the third. Frazier again mentioned only giving up 4 runs per game. As Seacrest to second, Solomon over to third. Alexson will touch home. 6-0 Frazier leads. McManus reached twice, reaches out, throw comes home, and McManus slides down, so a twin killing as Dalen McManus hits into the 1-2-3 double play to end the inning. As retired at home first was Solomon on the 1-2, and McManus stumbled out of the batter's box, so Watson does surrender 1 run. Could have been much worse. We've now played 3 full. Your score, Frazier 6, Bentworth 0, coming back to back right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More.
Four chapters in the books, the Frazier Commodores. Out in front here this afternoon. 6-0. Your score on top of the Bentworth Bearcats this afternoon. Frazier looking to add on here trying to keep Bentworth off the board here as we head to the 4th inning. Aiden Hardy back to work for the Commodores on the defensive side of things. Frazier had the bases loaded, 1 out, walked in a couple of runs, but were unable to get anything more going in that inning as Dalen McManus hit into what was a 1-2-3. Scoring-wise, very pretty. Double play for Dalen, anything but. So Sam Wade, the now left fielder, will lead things off here this inning for the Bearcats, down by 6. Hardy has worked through 3 innings, set them down in order in the last one. Was allowed 1 hit in the game as Aiden Hardy got Sam Wade grounded to a fielder's choice. Strike 1 on Sam Wade. Pitch by Hardy misses inside, 1-1 now on Wade. As popped up, back out of play. Hardy up at 1-2 in the count. 6-0 Frazier on top here in inning number 4. Sam Wade 0 for 1. Hardy trying to send him to an 0-2 spot. As Aiden, little roller up the line and unable to grab it. Diving was Morrison, and Ty Morrison was called out. And it's going to be catcher interference is the call. So a runner interference, so Ty Morrison shaken up, and it was a nasty looking tumble for Ty Morrison. As Morrison was trying to pop out of the crouch and hustle down to that ball. So catcher or runner interference. And the Bentworth coaches completely unhappy with that one. So runner interference for out number 1 as Morrison took a tumble. Looks like Ty will stay in the game. Almost was an incredible play by Morrison as well in the process. I'm going to actually pull that up again. I get the privilege that many people do not, and I can go back and take a look at this. First pitch down the left field line as Burt to the corner. Seacrest cuts it off. Burt will head for second. He'll slide in safely. Throw gets away. Monack backing up. And it's going to be a 1-out double by Lucas Burt. So a runner in scoring position with 1 away. And going back and looking at that, looked like just Ty Morrison got caught up in the legs of the runner in question, Sam Wade. So runner interference was the call. Again, a questionable one at that benefits the Commodores. Almost a great catch by Morrison in the process. So a runner at second now with a 1 out for Ty Watson. Takes ball 1. Watson reached on an E6. That was when McManus full-on trucked his second baseman Solomon. Aiden Hardy looks back at the runner. Pitch comes home by Hardy. In there, count now 1-1. Lucas Burt, a 1-out double here with in the 4th, down by 6. Aiden Hardy checks back, throw back, and not in time. as McManus thought he had it, so inches away. Is maybe a little closer to McManus, who had to lean back for that one, as Frazier almost able to pick Burt off the base path. 1 out, 1 on. Ty Watson trying to get the Bearcats on the board. Hardy comes home with it. Outer third misses. 3-game winning streak for Bentworth against Frazier. Commodores up 6-0 though here in the 4th. Looking to put an end to that. Runner at second. 1 out, Hardy checks back. Pitch by Hardy. That one misses Ty Morrison though. Keeps it in front, keeps it at bay. And Hardy a hit, a run scored on the offensive side, and he's kept the Bearcats off the board on the mound, trying to get Frazier to a 4-0 start. Hardy comes home, liner, McManus off the hop, Dalen, double clutch, throws it right into the glove of Tyler Monach. So 6-3 goes Ty Watson. On to third will be Lucas Burt, representing the opening run of the game for the Bentworth Bearcats, if they can find some 2-out magic with Zeke Malinowski. Malinowski struck out against Hardy, one of 3 punch-outs Aiden has. Third time a runner's reached third for Bentworth. They've yet to bring one in. First was Hayes back in the first, was retired on a 1-5-2 comebacker by Sam Wade to Aiden Hardy, as Watson was stranded there after reaching on a wild pitch in the second. Hardy comes home with it as Aiden misses again. Ross Scurbis on deck. He grounded out to the first baseman Tyler Monach. 1 on, 2 down, Aiden Hardy. Trying to keep the lead at 6. Pitch by Aiden. Fires that one right down the pipe. 2-1 now on Malinowski, the junior. Hardy gets the sign of his liking, set at the belt. Aiden Hardy looks over. 2-1 by Hardy. Popped up and out. 2-2 now as Aiden Hardy works it back even. Top of the 4th inning. Hardy and the Commodores up by 6. Aiden Hardy, 2-2 breaking ball, no chase. As that one had the floor drop out on it. Aiden was hoping to get a swing over top. No swing at all. Count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 2 away. 6-0 Frazier leads here in the top of the 4th. Hardy looks back over. Payoff pitch. As it gets away, Burt comes home. He will score. So a wild pitch brings in the run. And the Bentworth Bearcats get on the board. It's now 6-1. So Bentworth gets on the board on the wild pitch. 6-1 your score here in inning number 4. 5-run game. And remember that double play Ty Watson was able to force with the bases loaded and 1 out last inning. It's now Ross Scurbis. He grounded out to Monach back in the second for the penultimate out of the inning. Malinowski takes his lead off first. Burt scores the opening run of the afternoon for the Bearcats coming here in the 4th inning. Hardy's looked good on the bump for the Commodores this afternoon. Oh, and 2. Aiden, after giving up his first run of the afternoon, quickly working up in the count. 1 on, 1 in, 2 away. Pitch home by Hardy. And Aiden Hardy sets him down. So Hardy gives up a run, comes back, picks up the strikeout to end the top half of the 4th. Frazier leads by 5 as they'll head back to work on the offensive side of things. We come back right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Three and a half in the books. Frazier leads it 6-1 as the Bearcats get on the board in inning number 4's top half. Ty Watson back to work on the bump. As Lucas Burt, a double, ended up bringing home the opening run of the game for the Bentworth Bearcats in that inning. And appreciate you all joining us here on this windy Monday afternoon to start section play. Frazier leads at 6-1. Ty Watson. He'll face Morrison, Monach, and Aiden Hardy here in the home half of the 4th. Brant Alexson starting to toss around for the Commodores. And Hardy has been good, but we'll see if he has much more in him this afternoon. See if I can also get a track on that pitch count for Aiden Hardy. So you got to be playing the look-ahead game. When can we use Aiden again, and what do we have on deck as Morrison takes ball 1 from Ty Watson. Got McManus to ground into that double play to end the last inning and prevent the Commodores from increasing their lead up above 6. As that one misses as well. 2-1 on Tyler Morrison. Ty Watson, Tyler Morrison to start the home half of inning number 4. Pitch home. That one sails to the backstop, and it's a free pass. Tyler Morrison will reach base. Single hit by pitch, and now a walk issued to Tyler Morrison. Third time this afternoon in 4 innings, Frazier's had their leadoff hitter aboard. Just 4 hits, though, for the Commodores in this game. As courtesy runner Stokes for the catcher Morrison. So Stokes at first with nobody out. Tyler Monach at the dish as Ty Watson checks back over at Camden Stokes. Watson comes set, comes home with it as Tyler Monach takes. And Frazier had the bases loaded and 1 out. Back in inning number 3, they were only able to play to pair thanks to a 1-2-3 twin killing. Pitch to Monach inside and got a piece of Tyler Monach. So a hit by pitch by Ty Watson sends Tyler Monach trotting down the first base line. Stokes moves to second, and the Commodores have the leadoff 2 aboard for the second straight inning. And back to where the last inning started, it's Aiden Hardy. Been on base twice today, scored 1 run. It's pitched to Dandy on the hill for the Commodores today as well. Aiden takes ball 1. Saw Aiden lay down a bunt back in inning number 1, trying to advance a couple of runners, resulted in what would be a Little League home run for Hardy, bringing home 3 for the Commodores, including himself. That made it 4-0 Frazier at that juncture of the game. As here comes the throwback, and back in safely. No tag coming for Krejci as Camden Stokes back in over at second. Two on, nobody out. 6-0 Frazier leads. Or 6-1, excuse me, Commodores lead. Pitch comes home, breaking ball, misses to Aiden Hardy. 2-0 count on Hardy, 2 on, nobody out for the Commodores, looking to increase upon their 5-run advantage. Hardy now up 3-0 in the count. Gets the sign from Coach Rob Dorkin. Frazier's been in a lot of hitter-friendly counts this afternoon. A lot of the time that sign means hold and keep the bat on the shoulder. See if that's the case. 3-0 by Ty Watson. Hardy couldn't even have a chance at swinging. So walk, hit batter, walk. And the bases once again are full of Frazier Commodores here in inning number 4. As pitching change once again for the Bentworth Bearcats. Frazier out in front. Changing of the guard with the bases loaded and nobody out. Doors can break it open here in inning number 4. We'll tell you about the change when we come back right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
Back here from Commodore Park, it's going to be Cameron Krejci taking over on the bump for the Bentworth Bearcats. Watson will head back to second base for Bentworth. Bentworth also a new first baseman here in this one, as Drake McClure, the sophomore, is at the first base bag for the Bearcats. So Krejci will work in against Brant Alexson. Alexson 2 for 2, a couple of singles and a run scored for Brant Alexson. He scored the most recent of the 6 Commodore runs. It's Stokes at third, Morrison at second, with Frazier having Aiden Hardy's courtesy runner. It was Krakowski the last time. I think it is again. At first, it is indeed. So Krakowski will run once again for Aiden Hardy. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th with nobody out for Frazier. Six-1 Commodores lead, bottom of the 4th inning, as Cam Krejci continues to loosen. Bases loaded, nobody out. Brant Alexson, the big lefty, will dig in. We saw him loosening to throw on the bump as well. But can Alexson finish this one in a big way? Really break it open for Frazier. Pitch by Krejci. Alexson, first pitch, swing and a miss as Brant Alexson maybe a little out in front. And a little too excited to try to take that one to the moon. Bases loaded. Just got to get it in any way possible. Pitch home by Krejci. Alexson takes 1-1. One ball, one strike, nobody out. Bases full of Doors. as Alexson laces it up the middle. In comes Stokes, rounding his Monac. He will come in to score. It's a 2-run single for Brant Alexson, and Brant is 3 for 3. The Commodores up to 8 as Alexson right back up the gut. Third single of the afternoon for Alexson. The bells ring at the Greek Orthodox Church down to our left as Alexson rings a pair in himself. 2-run single for Brant Alexson. And there's a strike quickly fired into Noah Baczynski. He struck out twice against the starter, Burt. Both those runs on the ledger of Ty Watson, who loaded them up before exiting. As Krejci gets up and ahead of Baczynski. Pitch comes home, Baczynski swing and a miss. He struck out for the third time this afternoon, and there's out number 1. So 1 out, 2 on. 2 runs in for the Commodores. They lead at 8-1. Solomon lined out and walked, was retired on that double play that ended the last inning. Breaking ball misses, ball 1. Everybody on the base path besides Alexson. So I guess just Krakowski is on the ledger of the relief pitcher, Ty Watson. As out in front, pulling it down the third base line, and past head coach Rob Dorkin was the second baseman, Logan Solomon. 1 out, 2 on, 2 in. The offensive onslaught this season continues. Frazier has scored double-digit runs in every game this year, looking to make it 4 in a row. First 3-0 start for Frazier since 2009. Couldn't find a 4-0 start in as far back as I could go. As a little looper out to left, Wade under it, no advancement, so it's an F7. As down goes Solomon, 2 outs and 2 on for Seacrest, who walked in a run his last trip to the plate. 8-1, Frazier leads here in the bottom of inning number 4. 4-0, 2-2 for the Commodores. Scoreless through the first 3 and a run in the 4th for the Bearcats. Swinging bunt, Seacrest. It's going to be a tough play and no play. An infield swinging bunt single for Brady Seacrest. And the Commodores have loaded them up for the second time this inning. Krakowski to third, Alexson to second. Bases juiced with 2 outs here in inning number 4. Chase Fulmer, no official ABs. He's drawn 3 walks today. Picked up an RBI as well on the ledger of the junior center fielder. Takes ball 1. Chase Fulmer showing off that great eye he has at the plate. 3 walks today for Chase Fulmer. Can he draw a 4th? Pick up a second ribby in the process if he can. 2-0. Again, nowhere to put the right-hander Fulmer. McManus on deck. He's reached on an error, walked and grounded into a double play. And if McManus was able to bring home any sort of run there and keep that inning alive last one, we could be looking at an early and a liner out to Hayes, as Hayes will haul it in. Hard hit ball by Fulmer on the L6. 8 come to the plate, 2 touch home on a couple of hits for the Commodores, and they leave them loaded in the inning. But Frazier, after 4 full, they lead the Bentworth Bearcats 8-1 right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. MVI Live, top 5 when we come back between the Commodores and the Bearcats. Hardy back to work for the Commodores right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More.
Back here, top 5 Commodores added 2 in the home half of the fourth. Aiden Hardy back to work as he will face Havanis, Krejci, and Hayes. Hayes the only man to reach out of that bunch here this afternoon. As Aiden Hardy out for his 5th inning of work. So Aiden Hardy into the line. First pitch home by Hardy. That one misses low. Aiden struck out 4 so far this afternoon as well. The senior right-hander. 1-0 offering, swing and a miss. 1-1. Aiden just at 62 pitches, so in pretty good shape here as well. He's been efficient. The 1-1 to Havanis. Hardy works it ahead, 1-2. One, two. Hardy gets that one flared down the left field light. Havanis late on that one. Count stays put, 1-2 on Clint Havanis. The right fielder for the Bentworth Bearcats, Aiden Hardy, looking for his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. And strike 3 looking Aiden Hardy sets down yet another. As the Commodore senior, back-to-back strikeouts. 5 in a row for Aiden, or 5 in the game for Aiden Hardy, 2 in a row. Back to Cam Krejci now pitching for Bentworth. First pitch swinging, McManus hauls it in. 2 up, 2 down. It's 2 up, 2 down here in inning number 5. Back to the top of the order, and Ben Hayes. Hayes, a leadoff single to start the game, was retired on a 1-5-2 putout. That was a fantastic play by Hardy that really got this game going in the Commodores' favor. First pitch misses, ball 1 by Aiden Hardy. Ground ball third across Alexson. No problem. 1-2-3. As Aiden Hardy, once again the senior. A clean inning for the Commodores. Back to work will be Cam Krejci on the hill for his second tenure. Again, Bentworth, they trying to figure out a way to claw their way back into this one. Down 8-1 as wind picks up. Back to work, Cam Krejci, bottom of the 5th inning. 8-1, your score. Krejci was able to come in and not surrender an inherited run, as 2 more runs did cross home last inning. Bentworth scored 1 in the 4th inning after a double by Burt, would eventually be driven in on a wild pitch as wind swirls once again. First game of the year for a team trying to get back into the playoffs, which would be the 13th time since the 2004 campaign for the Bearcats. As Krejci, second inning of work, and he will start things off with Dalen McManus. Reached on an arrow, walked and hit into a double play. That was a big point in the game by Ty Watson, as Watson was able to get the 1-2-3 retirement to keep it a 6-1 game at that point. As pitch comes home and down the right side as that one drops fair for McManus. He'll round first, headed to second, and Dalen McManus not stopping there. He's going for 3, and Dalen McManus winds up sliding in safely over at third. So Commodores another leadoff base runner, back-to-back innings with a leadoff base runner. Actually make it 3 in a row where Frazier has had the leadoff base runner aboard 4th in the game for the Commodores, as Dalen McManus heads the 3rd leadoff hit for McManus, and that's going to bring up Ty Morrison. It's actually going to go back and look, didn't see appeal to second, so McManus misses second base, so heads up play by the Bentworth bench catching that one. Dalen McManus out on a missing the base rounding, so McManus out number 1, and that will bring up Ty Morrison. He's walked once, singled once, and was hit by a pinch, scored a pair of runs as his spot. Morrison scored the first, and Stokes scored the other. As Krejci outside on that one. So off the appeal. Pitch comes home by Krejci. That one just misses. Morrison holds back. Pitch comes home, swing and a miss. As Morrison well out in front. Krejci's had the Commodores off balanced since entering this game, replacing Ty Watson. Again, these 2 teams scheduled to meet once again tomorrow. As Krejci looking for a big out number 2, breaking ball. Morrison in the air, out to left, long run. Wade going back over his head, quickly picks it up. Wade will fire it into the cutoff man. Hayes over his head, backing up Watson. and it's an extra base hit by Ty Morrison, so a runner at second, and now one out for Tyler Monack. Stokes once again will come in and be the runner. Ty Monack on the afternoon, strikeout, hit by pitch, scored run number 8. Stokes will take his lead off of second. Krejci long look in at Kavanaugh. Peeks back at the runner. Step off in safely without a throw is Stokes. Four in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fourth for Bentworth. All the scoring to speak of here this afternoon. Pitch comes home outside as Monack thought about it but does not chase. Back-to-back hits to start the inning for Frazier, but McManus retired on missing second base, going for third. Has a beauty on the inner third, 1-1. Stokes at second, 1 out. As time called by our home plate umpire, that will let everything reset. Bottom of the 5th inning. Krejci looks back a few times, comes in, and another beautiful pitch on the inner third to Tyler Monack. And a lot of movement on the Krejci offerings. Stokes, the courtesy runner for Morrison, out at second. Pitch comes home, misses to Monack. Kept out in front by Kavanaugh, the freshman. And just 3 seniors on this roster for Bentworth. There'll be a lot of good experience no matter what the outcome is, but a lot of excitement for them as well on this season. As Monack laces one left side foul. One out, one on. Bottom of the 5th inning here in a 7-run ball game. Swing and a miss. Has a big punch out and going to third and in safely there is Stokes, but a huge punch out on Monack for out number 2. That's strikeout number 6 on the afternoon. And Stokes, I believe, actually called out at third, so that will end the inning. Commodores shut out in inning number 5. Dorkin complaining about something to the official, kind of missed what happened looking down with Morrison or Stokes at third. So that will do it for inning number 5. Commodores a pair of hits. They leave nobody aboard inside of inning number 5. 5 full chapters have been scripted, and it is a 7-run ball game. Aiden Hardy, sub 70 pitches, will head back out to the mound here for the Commodores as the senior back to work when we come back right here on MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
5 down, 2 to go, penultimate inning here this afternoon as Aiden Hardy again back on the hill. Saw Alex and loosening, but again, the more length you get out of your starters now with everything being switched to double headers inside of high school baseball, the better it is, because again, you never know what you're going to need in game 2 of a doubleheader. You know, the WPIL has done a great job over the past few years continuing to advance, continuing to, you know, put together a better way to handle their section play schedules and make that work inside the WPIL playoffs as well, where, you know, you can't throw your ace every single time you play a team. And again, I think that's done wonders for high school baseball, not having to deal with that, not having to deal with, you know, throwing your ace every single time you face a team. And, you know, you can't pick and choose what teams see your ace and what teams don't. Basically, everybody's going to get everyone's number 1 and number 2 option on the season. And now that becomes the way of the playoffs as well, and it puts a lot more strategy into it as Hardy gets a foul tip, strike 1 on Kavanaugh, struck out and grounded out to McManus in his 2 trips to the plate. The freshman looking to get aboard for the first time this afternoon. Pitch by Hardy, breaking ball, misses outside as Kavanaugh, the freshman, backstop, holds back, 1-1 the count. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. Typical early baseball season, windy, cool on a Monday. Ground ball off the hop, McManus grabs across and up high, but the lanky arm of Monac hauls it in. Second straight AB where Kavanaugh is grounded out to Dalen McManus, as now Sam Wade. Fielder's choice and was questionably called out for runner's interference in this one, as Hardy misses outside. 1 out, nobody on here, top of the 6th inning. Pitch by Hardy. Popped up and in play. Morrison can't find it. And I'm just glad it stayed over the fence. Hardy comes home, chopper left side, foul. As Wade out in front, jammed up on the inner third of the plate. Pitch comes home, ground ball, back up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Wade busting down the line, but not in time. And 2 up, 2 down, a pair of ground outs to Dalen McManus. Lucas Burt, extra base hit, scored the lone run of the game on a wild pitch. Now is back in the 4th. Pair of ground outs to start here this inning in the 6th. Hardy comes home, Burt swing and a miss, or foul tip make that. Nonetheless, strike on Lucas Burt. It was a 1 out single or double in the 4th that, and if it wasn't for a runner's interference call, probably would have driven in a run as Burt out in front. Good contact down the left side for a long foul, and Aiden Hardy. Misses outside to Burt. 2 outs, nobody on. Hardy into the line. Pitch comes home. Burt pops it up over the backstop. So count stays put here on Lucas Burt. Two count. Nobody on, 2 away. Hardy gets the sign to his liking. Pitch comes home by Hardy. That one fills it up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 away in an 8-1 ball game here in the top of inning number 6. Pair of ground outs by Kavanaugh and Wade. Into the line, pitch comes home by Hardy, misses ball 4, and Lucas Burt aboard for the second time this afternoon as he'll trot his way 90 feet down the first baseline. Ty Watson reached on an error, also grounded out as both balls have been sent to the middle infield by Ty Watson here this afternoon. Hardy gets the sign of his liking, looks back to Burt, extends the lead, throw back over. Burt slides in safely. Two outs, 1 on. Hardy comes on, that one misses as well. So Ty Watson trying to help add some runs to the total of the Bearcats here in inning number 6. Burt takes his lead. Hardy comes set at the belt. As Aiden fires one in there. Holding back at the time was Watson. Watson looking to get aboard for the second time here in this one. Trying to keep the line moving in the 6th. Asks for time, it's granted to Watson. And these two teams meet again tomorrow. And part of the Twin Bills now always on the ledger in section play barring rain dates as check swing, swing indeed, strike in there on Watson. Hardy checks back at Burt, has his lead off of first. Pitch to Watson, and that one looked like he got a piece of the knee of Watson. So back-to-back 2-out base runners, and Bentworth a chance to try to work themselves back into it here in inning number 6. Down by 7. As first time Bentworth will send McClure to the dish. Was a defensive replacement earlier in this one. As McClure chopper back to the bump, underhand toss Hardy to Monack. As McClure will go down without a fight. 1-3 goes the retirement. 2 left stranded after a 2-out walk and a 2-out hit batter. But no runs come across to score. The Bearcats strand runners number 3 and 4 on the afternoon. And your score after 5.5 is Frazier 8, Bentworth 1 right here on MVI Live. We'll take a break, come back, and conclude inning number 6 as Frazier most likely to the bat rack for the final time this afternoon. Bottom 6 when we come back right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
5.5 in the books as we head to the home half of the 6th inning. 8-1 your score here is back to work, and he's been good in relief. That's Cam Krejci. As Krejci will head back to work, he's kept the Commodores off balance since entering the game. Will look to do it once again here in the 6th inning, and once again keep it just a 7-run game before we head to the home half of the top half of the 7th inning, which will be do or die if it gets to that point. If Krejci can put up a 0 or if the Commodores score 3 runs, depending if we go to inning number 7. And the way Krejci's pitched, don't see that being an issue. He's been very good in relief for the Bearcats, coming in replacement of Ty Watson, who went just 2/3 plus of an inning as he entered with 1 out in the 3rd. Did Watson was able to finish off the 3rd inning, and then Krejci would eventually come in and replace him with nobody out in inning number 4. Krejci has surrendered a couple of hits through his 2 innings of work. First pitch by Krejci misses. Hardy on the afternoon, reached on an error, singled, scored a run, and walked. As Krejci once again breaking ball, that one drops down out of the zone. Third inning for Cam Krejci on the hill, looking to finish it out. Just 26 pitches for Krejci as Krejci comes home, and once again can't find the strike zone. That's been a rarity for Krejci. He's been filling up the zone since entering here in this one. As Krejci works back, Hardy takes all the way, 3-1. Hardy takes again. Krejci works it back full from 3-0 to 3-2. Nobody on, nobody out here in inning number 6, his home half. Pitch comes home, a swing and a miss as Krejci fans another. And Aiden Hardy strikes out. First time Hardy's been recorded out today as Krejci earns the punch out. Krejci, since entering play, has now struck out a trio of Commodore batters since entering in inning number 4. 7th strikeout of the afternoon for the Bentworth pitching staff. 4 of those belong to Burt, the other 3 to Krejci. Alexson 3 for 3, 3 singles, 2 runs batted in for Brant Alexson. As once again, Krejci works ahead. Krejci struck out 3 through 3 innings of work. Pitch comes home by Krejci, and that time misses Alexson. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Another Mon Valley matchup. West Mifflin 6-0 victory over Sarah Catholic in softball as Alexson, a hefty wave and a miss, is out in front of that one. Krejci looking for his 3rd straight strikeout dating back to inning number 5. And strike 3, looking Alexson set down for the first time today. And 2 up, 2 down. Krejci, his 3rd straight strikeout, 4th of the afternoon for Cam Krejci. As Krejci looking for the first 1-2-3 inning, true 1-2-3 inning for Bentworth this afternoon. Again, he did set them down in order in the 5th, but there was a couple of hits in that last inning, so not a true 1-2-3. Looking for that here. Bottom 6, back-to-back strikeouts. Baczynski, he's already fanned 3 times today. Takes ball 1 there from Cam Krejci. Eight 8-1 game here, bottom 6. Krejci looking for his 4th straight punch out. Over the first 1-2-3 inning as Krejci comes home outside. Baczynski again, he's already fanned 3 times this afternoon. As Krejci in jeopardy of losing, Baczynski walks have been an issue today for the Bentworth staff. And you imagine those 30-plus mile-an-hour winds don't help as Baczynski out to Wade. Wade with a sliding grab in left. And Sam Wade will set the Commodores down in order with the sliding grab in left field. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. A punch out or a pair of punch outs and an F7 to end the sixth. And we've played 6 full, 3 outs away from the Commodores closing it out. Top 7 when we come back right here on MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
6 chapters written, 3 outs away from a 4-0 start for Frazier. These two teams again will meet again tomorrow. As Commodores, again, first 3-0 start since 2009 on the precipice of what would be a 4-0 season. Commodores will be the first game of the year, barring a Bentworth comeback where they will not score double-digit runs. They do put up 8, including 4 in the first inning, and 4 between the third and fourth innings. Final hopes for the Bentworth Bearcats as Hardy. First pitch will have to wait. Pinch hitter for Ross Skurbitz here. It's going to be Mason Crow. First pitch to Mason Crow. Takes ball 1. As Crow replacing Skurbitz in the order, looking to help start a rally in the 7th. The 1-0 by Hardy to Mason Crow. Finds the bottom of the zone. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Top 7. 3 outs away from a Commodore victory for the 4th time this season, as Crow fouls it off 1-2 now. Hardy into the line, 1-2 by Aiden Hardy, swing and a miss as Hardy gets his 6th, and Aiden Hardy looking to go the distance. Pitch count for Hardy at 95, 103 the max. But again, with that being said, you can start a batter at 102, end at 110 if it would go that way, but you have to start your last batter under 103 pitches. First pitch, ball 1. And there was an issue with these two teams a few years back with the pitch count issue that resulted in a 1-0 forfeit win. Pop up over the backstop, almost off the top, down the first base line. Again, another pinch hitter here for Bentworth, as it's Craig McDonald, the junior. 1-1 count. Wind whipping here, top 7. Hardy comes home 1-1. Fouled off again, now 1-2. As McDonald looking to get aboard. They need base runners, and they need plenty of them if you're the Bentworth Bearcats. And seen stranger things, as 2-2 was here. Was doing a game a few years ago with Lanny Terry, an old college professor, of course, old Pirate announcer, where we saw a 45-minute inning, or half inning, where about 14 different runners came in to score. I think there was about 2 total hits as well. in that ball game or in that inning. So again, you never know. You just got to get aboard and see what happens. But Aiden Hardy most likely facing his final batter of the afternoon. That was pitch number 100, and 101 misses as well. So 3-2, 1 out, nobody on. That's 3-2, ball 4. And there's a 1-out base runner for the Bearcats, turning things back to Cam Krejci. Looking to get aboard for the first time today. Krejci grounded out to the shortstop and lined out to the shortstop. So Aiden Hardy's day will be done, as he'll finish with just over 100 pitches. And Aiden Hardy, final line score, not counting the runner on first right now, is 6 1/3 innings. Surrenders 2 hits, gave up 1 run, is responsible for the runner at first. Struck out 6 batters, and Hardy surrendering 1, 2, and 3 walks in the game is in line for the victory. It will be Dalen McManus coming in to try to finish this one off on the mound for Frazier. And again, depending how many pitches, depends if McManus would be eligible to go tomorrow when these two teams are scheduled to meet again, as it's a 8-1 game here. McManus loosens up. We'll take a break as Dalen gets set to come in and throw his first pitches of the afternoon here on MVI Live.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here.
Cam Krejci has pitched 3 solid innings, now looking to keep the contest alive, down by 7. 1 on and 1 away. Clean switch of Hardy for McManus. So Hardy out at short, McManus now on the bump. So Dalen McManus, the hard-throwing senior right-hander. As right now on his ledger will be Krejci and Ben Hayes. Hayes led the game off and led the afternoon off with an opposite field single. Was retired down on a 1-5-2 putout, and it was all Commodores from there. 8-1 they lead. McManus set at the letters, pitch by Dalen, in there, strike 1. 1 on, 1 out. 7-run ball game. Oh, 1 bounces to the backstop. There will go McDonald into second off the wild pitch and advancement. And any way possible at this point. So wild pitch moves a runner into scoring position with a 1 away. One count on Krejci. McManus comes home. Chopper, slow roller. McManus picks it up, bare hand of Monac. Runner goes to third, so 1 out away here in the 7th. 2 outs, runner at third. Hayes, single, ground out and ground out on the ledger of Ben Hayes here this afternoon. Two hours and 13 minutes into this one. McManus and the Commodores 1 out away. Dalen comes home, and that one gets a piece of Hayes, so Ben Hayes aboard for the 2nd time this afternoon, bookending his day. A single and a hit by pitch bookend, a pair of groundouts. Runners at the corners now with 2 away for Jacob Kavanaugh. Strikeout, ground out for the freshman catcher for the Bentworth Bearcats. Dalen throw back to third, fake, then double clutches towards first. Runners at the corners. 2 away, McManus in there, strike 1 to Kavanaugh. Looking to get a board for the first time today. Dalen McManus, the 0-1. Fouled off right side, and the Bearcats down to their final strike. 2 on, 2 down, 7-run lead for Frazier in the 7th.
Hit that ball, 2. Hit that ball. Got it, 2.
0-2 count, runners at the corners, 2 away. Dalen set at the letters, looks back at third. Pitch comes home, breaking ball, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 2 teams will meet again tomorrow. Breaking ball, strike 3. Looking McManus sets down Kavanaugh, and the Commodores stay perfect on the season. 4-0 goes Frazier, 8-1 your final score, as Dalen McManus will strike out Kavanaugh to end the afternoon. So McManus comes in, goes 2/3 of an inning, and strikes out 1, as Aiden Hardy will get the win here in this one. Surrenders 1 run over 6 1/3 innings of work, and the 2 teams will meet once again tomorrow in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, a hit batter, and 2 left aboard. Bentworth stranded 7 runners in this contest, as the Bearcats fall to 0-1 on the season. Frazier now 4-0. Again, these 2 teams will meet again tomorrow, and Bentworth will look to regroup, get back onto the winning track, and get a big section win if they can. This game goes 2 hours and 14, or make it 15 minutes here this afternoon. We'll take a break, come back, recap, and send you on your way right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Back here from Perryopolis, 8-1 your final score, as the Commodores go to 4-0 on the season. And Frazier knocks off the Bearcats 1-0 in section play. 0-1, 0-1 now is Bentworth, your player of the game. That belongs to Aiden Hardy of the Frazier Commodores, as Hardy goes 6 1/3 innings, strikes out 7, picks up the win. Also a hit, a run, and a walk at the dish. Aiden Hardy is your player of the game. Recap for you. Bentworth got the leadoff man aboard. Ben Hayes opposite field single. Hardy struck out Kavanaugh. Then Wade grounded back to the pitcher Aiden Hardy. Hardy quickly threw over to Alexson, off to the catcher Morrison. And there was out number 1 or out number 2 in the inning. Frazier would get out of it unscathed, and then they would go to work. A walk, an error, and an RBI single by Morrison made it 1-0 Frazier after Monak struck out. Hardy looked to bunt his way aboard. Ball got stuck right out in front of the mound, thrown away by the pitcher Burt, and Aiden Hardy would circle the bases. Little league home run by Aiden Hardy made it 4-0. No scoring in the second or the third for Bentworth. Frazier would get back to offensive production in the third. Leadoff single by Hardy and Alexson after a strikeout by Baczynski. Solomon was walked to load them up. Seacrest and Fulmer both drew free passes. That would make it a 6-0 Frazier lead. Bentworth would get on the board in the fourth after a runner's interference would negate a Sam Wade infield single. It was a Burt double. He would come in to score on a wild pitch, making it a 6-1 ball game. Frazier would add 2 more, though, in the bottom of the fourth inning, the final 2 runs of the game. And it was on a 2-run single by Brant Alexson, scoring Morrison and Monak, making it 8-1. Aiden Hardy gets the win. He goes 6 1/3, 1 run, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, walked 3. McManus finishes it off with 2/3 of an inning of 1 strikeout. Burt went 2 1/3, gave up 6 runs, 3 earned, 4 hit, 4 strikeouts, 5 walks. Ty Watson 2/3 plus innings, surrendered 2 runs. Krejci finished off the rest. He had a brilliant conclusion of this game on the hill as he had the Commodores off balance with too little too late. Back to work tomorrow for both of these squads. Aiden Hardy, your player of the game here this afternoon, is Frazier to 4-0 as they keep the good times rolling with 8-1 victory to start section play this afternoon. We'll be back in action tomorrow as well, as we'll head to Elizabeth Ford and Wiley Field as it will be the Warriors and the Rams right here on MVI Live. Until next time, I appreciate you all joining me here this afternoon on MVI Live. Your final score, Frazier 8, Bentworth 1, right here on MVI Live. Have a great rest of your Monday, everybody.
This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.